Hey YouTube, just a little bit of update. You may be able to hear what's going on in the background. It was a 100-degree day here today in Arkansas. Pretty hot. That little bucket there in the middle has got some huge tomatoes on it. Let me just walk out there and show you. This is an earth box right here. Look at that. Look at that tomato. My goodness, it is gigantic. Anyway, just wanted to basically touch in. Got a lot of fruit coming on. Got some crazy stuff happening, like tomatoes splitting almost completely in half. Believe that was Cherokee purple we just looked at, but I can't be sure. Yes, it is. And anyway, we pretty well picked anything that had any color to it at all. Just want to say a few things. Number one, walked out here barefoot the other day and was adding some nutrients. So I put the water in first after I find out how many gallons I need by my measuring stick, and got two 27-gallon totes embedded in the soil over there, and keeping it cool. And I did put a silver piece of OSB with a foil membrane on it. It's called thermostat. It's kind of a crazy thing made by Georgia Pacific. It reflects the heat. It's supposed to be used on a roof, I guess. Put the silver side in. But anyway, I got the ground wet right around there, and I just happened to walk out. Was mixing in the nutrients. I noticed I came out here barefooted, standing on the damp soil from where I put the water in. And then I came out with the nutrients and stirred those in. But I noticed a little tingle, so I was getting a little shock from the water since the pump was running. And I just want to let people be aware of the fact that these submersible pumps in a hydroponic system can give you a little shock. So be a little bit more careful with it, since it is underground and water. So I probably will be taking see, I got a regular electrical outlet there, and then when my timer's up inside here, maybe you can make that out. It's just standard electrical outlet. So I'll probably go ahead and add a GFCI on there to make it a little more safe. But anyway, just wanted to say hello and let you enjoy this wonderful, saw a little lightning there. This wonderful weather that we're having today, and after a really scorcher. Matter of fact, that pink tub there has a few little splits and leaks. You can see the silver on the corner. And came out about 4 o'clock, and it was just almost totally wilted down. But I immediately shot water in the bucket. That's a homemade earth box, and so I've got a problem there. I may raise that up and put a cracky bed underneath it to be sure that it doesn't run out of water while I'm gone one day. And anyway, got my cat out here running around. Hey Gio, how's it going, man? He's enjoying this. We've had some hot temps. Just want to show a couple of other things. My favorite tomato this season so far, I've got 10 varieties going. Haven't eaten a couple of them yet, but right here on the end is a Cherokee purple, and it was purchased at one time, and then the next two are also Cherokee purple. And I noticed that this first tomato seems to make an orange cast Cherokee purple tomato, and it has really strange shapes to the plant, to the fruit. The next two seem to be more round, and they also appear pink rather than orange. So both of them have the greenish cast on top of the tomato. But anyway, hands down, this is by far my favorite tasting tomato out here. So I really enjoyed getting to know the Cherokee purple a little bit. I can suggest that you might get a little different strain of Cherokee purple depending on where you get the plant or your seed, and I guess they can change and cross-pollinate and all different kinds of things can happen. But anyway, this is turning into a longer update. But here's what we've been working on the last couple of days. This is our second batch, and this is some salsa. And we cooked this up today. It's actually still warm. And let's see if it's got a date on there. Yep, 10th of July, 2013. So we put up about 6 or 8 pints today, and about 9 the other day. Almost all of the others are gone. We love to just give it to friends, and along with some tomatoes, and you know, when people come and fix your air conditioner and add Freon and things like that, and don't send you a bill ever. You kind of want to reciprocate. So we chased the buddy down and gave him a little container of tomatoes, and another guy gave me a beautiful, almost heirloom 100-year wind-up mantle clock. And I mean, you just don't have friends do that sort of thing, but they did this week, and I mean, it's just absolutely amazing. Okay, one more thing about Cherokee Purple. I had a half-pound, pretty well round one, came off of the second plant, I do believe, and anyway, it was a nice tomato. Like I say, it was a half a pound, 8 ounces or better. It may have been even 10 or 12 ounces, but it was a great tomato. It was a very round one and very perfect. So I decided to save the seeds, and I cut it up and squeezed all the seeds out into a strainer, a fairly large strainer, and then I washed the pulp and actually salted, peppered, and ate the tomato, of course, without the seeds. Then here's what I did. I'll stand out in my garage. So this is a piece of paper. You can see Cherokee Purple, July the 1st, and these are the seeds. See these funny drawings? Looks like mitochondria. I divided the page into 4 pieces, and then I just started circling 5 seeds at a time. You see those? There's Casper the ghost, and there's 5 seeds. They look like a dog bone, and there's 5 seeds. So I counted them all up, and you're not going to believe it. That one tomato produced 275 seeds, and so anyway, I dried them for a couple of days, stuck on this paper. I cut a few of them off. Matter of fact, I cut 10 off, and I put them in a baggie with a damp paper towel, and immediately they released from this paper and plumped up, and then I planted them in a few days. Looky here. This is 10 seeds that were planted in this little some sort of food tub, and as you can see, there's 9 of them there. So this worked very well. I kept this. I dampened the potting mix, and then of course I'll be transplanting these as soon as they get a couple of real leaves, other than those first couple of leaves that come out on a seed. But anyway, here we have a tomato that was raised in this season and dried the seed. You can see it on this paper. Cut 10 of them off, dampened it in a baggie overnight, planted them the next day, and so these only had like 2 days of drying time from the tomato that I ate, and then it produced these 9 tomato plants coming up right here, little seedlings. Yeah, they're really tender, and anybody that knows anything about gardening, you can lose some even after they get to this stage just by not watering correctly or having something fall on them, or who knows what. But anyway, I just brought it out here in the garage so you could enjoy this little bit of rain we're getting. It's such a nice reprieve, and I found a few tobacco hornworms. Grasshopper's been munching on the monkey grass